This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 FM and iTalk1067.com. Also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Summit Regional Medical Center, Octopus Car Wash, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, and Little Bluebird Studios. And now, Sholo Ford presents high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
All right, back here for the championship game. St. John's taking on Holbrook, and there was a block from Joanne Wall, got the loose ball, and then went end-to-end to get the first points. 2-0. St. John's is leading. Wall there doing it on the defensive and offensive end, as it's been a real defensive showcase here over the first 2 minutes and change. The Roadrunners now looking for their answer, as Holbrook watches a couple players run through and eventually drop it off for Chappelle. She's now spinning around the left elbow, puts that off the glass, no good, has her shot back up and scored as she's fouled. Madison Chappelle.
Chappelle is senior, but she's played varsity for I think 3 years now. She's definitely one to watch during this game.
Second team foul whistled against the Redskins, as Anaya Villa-Gomez whistled for the first personal, and Chappelle there able to convert the three-point play to make it now a 3-2 Holbrook lead here in the very early going. Both sides have really been tightened up defensively, though, as they're walking to the three-point line without any opposition, but missing badly. On the three was Trishelle Johnson. And now the Roadrunners trying to go on a little run. Stopped, though, at the left wing before going to the trailing Spencer. Up and down she goes as they push it to the right angle. Start moving to the left with the basketball is Ness, and then back over to Spencer, who pushes it off to the left. Can't find a way inside, so content now to reset. We're coming out of the paint is Yazzie. Just outside the foul line, the jump shot is attempted, no good. Rebound knocked around and eventually taken by Chappelle. Back in front of the St. John's bench. Three's on the way. It's off the side rim. Rebound tipped in, out of bounds, so it will be Redskins basketball.
So Ace Hardware is bringing us our keys to our game. They want to remind you that they have a 24/7 locksmith. The next time you're locked out of your car, you just need a key replacement. Go to Ace Hardware in Pine Top, Sholo, and Heber Overgard.
I think the key right now is just who's going to be able to best penetrate through this tough defense from both sides. As there's a little inside and out action trying to set up Johnson, but nothing doing there, so she hands it off to Crosby, who tries a three-pointer that's not good. Offensive rebound, though, that might be a big one, as Joanne Wall playing very big. After she had the block and only points for the Redskins, they're nearly with the putback off of the offensive rebound. We'll go to the free throw line after the foul is whistled against Ness. Indeed. Wall with all of the points here scored by the Redskins. That first free throw is up and good. Coming off the bench is Lizzie Farmer. She'll replace Villa-Gomez. Second free throw is up and bounces in. 4 points now for Joanne Wall. She has all of the scoring for the Redskins, 4-3. Chappelle has all the scoring here for the Roadrunners. Is going to come off to the right side where three-pointers elevated from Joe. Not good. And then crashing the glass and pulling that one down is Patterson. Brooke Patterson angling to the left. Now she's going to cut it up, drop it off in the right of the lane, but unable to handle the pass. I think that was intended for Johnson. Really good look there from Patterson.
Good look, just a little bit firm. She puts a little air underneath that. I think that's going to go for two.
In fairness, it had to go through quite a bit of traffic.
Yep.
But another turnover here, less than 4 minutes to go in the first quarter, in a low-scoring affair is Joe contacted at the three-point line, handed off now Chappelle. Right back over to Spencer, who angles inside, gives it up to Nez, who gets it right back. Now drop it off for Chappelle right of the lane. She's on the attack, has that one up too high, but has her own miss. Chappelle now will try a three-pointer from the left side. It's off the front rim and over the backboard, and it's really big defensive showcase with each team just throwing defensive fastballs one after the other at one another.
I love the play of Southmore guard Taylon Spencer. She's 4'11", and she started every game as a freshman last year. She does a great job for the Roadrunners.
Trying to drop this off over the top of the defense. It's momentarily dislodged, but going to get that one back. I think recovering that was Farmer. Now it's deflected on the outside, picked up by Patterson, who's going to again go on the deck, spin inside the foul line, pulled out, one up with the mid-range jumper, won't fall, rebounded by Chappelle. The diminutive Spencer now going to walk it over the time stripe, trailing 4-3, less than 3 minutes to go. Bounce it to the high post and foot racer. Drop that one off on the baseline. We're forgotten about was Joe.
Nice pick up underneath there. Set her free.
Back in front come the Roadrunners, 5-4. Largest lead either side has had has been 2 points. Here, 5.5 minutes into the ball game. Wall, who has all of the Redskins scoring, goes along the perimeter to Crosby, who's going to try to get her around Spencer, loses her footing, and a whistle will be blown, and I think this is going to go against Spencer. Indeed. Taylor Spencer picks up her first personal. As off the sideline comes Brooke Smith. She comes out to replace Crosby. Baseline right, Brooke Patterson. Taking a peek as Smith is trying to find it out, and there's the 5-second call. Defensive showcase.
That's what you expect in a championship game.
Spencer again slowly comes into the front court, leading 5-4. Foot racer on the outside. Nez to the corner. Joe had the last bucket. Instead, it's going to reset out between the rings. 2 minutes to play here in the first. As foot racer again surveys from the foul line. Chappelle out of the post, now goes to the corner, and Spencer can't get it inside for a clean look. Spencer outside the right wing. Again takes a peek inside and eventually has foot racer come out. Looks like they want to set up some horns. Instead, it's going to go in front of the St. John's bench and again along the perimeter. It's been going on now for more than 20 seconds. Is accelerating to the left angle and then trying to get that inside for Chappelle, but it was deflected out of bounds off of the senior. Defensive showcase.
No shot clock, so
you got to D it up for a really long time. Along the tightrope, but able to remain in the front court, but then loses the basketball. Diving at that one is Chappelle, and then diving atop one of the Roadrunners.
That's a first down.
Guess what the secret is? What's the secret, Joanne?
I think that Brooke Patterson is fortunate not to get whistled. As she was diving atop.
Coach is reminding them the secret to the press is get it to the middle of the floor. It's hard to trap when you're in the middle of the floor.
I think they're a little bit of a makeup for the last sequence as a foul is whistled on Joanne Wall. That's her first. Holbrook really patiently trying to get it inside. As they're now going to have Joe going to the baseline's right side. Off of an interior screen, a wide open three is taken. It's not good. Chappelle trying to track down the rebound after it was tipped by one of the Redskins. 1 minute and change left here. 5-4, Holbrook leading as Chappelle goes from the right to the left through the lane and scores that one off the glass. 4 points for Chappelle, 7-4, Holbrook leading, and now after comes out, off the bench comes Desiree Bain. Quick inbound play to Patterson, who had a short 5-foot jumper who couldn't get it in. Rebounded by the Roadrunners, 7-4. They lead with the basketball. 40 seconds to play here in the first as a long pass sets it up for Bain, who thought about a three. Instead, she tries to drop it off inside, but it's taken away. Stolen away by Lizzie Farmer. 30 seconds left as the Redskins looked like they were thinking about trying to wait for the last shot. Instead, there's Patterson lifting the three-pointer up. That's not good. Rebound's taken outside by Chappelle. 3-on-1 here for the Roadrunners. Is it going to go to Bain in the front? Can't get the drop, and she is bumped and fouled. Brooke Smith whistled for the personal. 9-4 now. Holbrook has opened up a little bit of an advantage. It's kind of the exact opposite of the last game we saw, where St. John's had a 15-0 lead, but it quickly felt a lot narrower. This one, because of the defense that the Roadrunners are playing, feels a little bit larger than 5. but this would be a big bucket here with 12 seconds to play if the Redskins can get it. And a whistle away from the basket, and that's the second on Chappelle.
Joanne, one high screen.
So 2 on Chappelle, that could be big.
One screen.
She's going to take a seat. You don't want to get another cheap one here with 9.7.
Might be unavailable for the rest of the half as there's a dangerous inbound pass trying to get it to Wall, who has a hard time running underneath it, just runs it back into play. Now Spencer is hurrying into the front court. 2 seconds as she gets to the three-point line. Step to the right, and unaware was Bain. But still Holbrook is able to score the last 7 and go into the second quarter leading 9-4. It's Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
I chose Northland Pioneer College because their prices were affordable. I've learned everything about the hair, skin, and nails. I've gained confidence in what I'm doing, so I'll be successful when I get out in the salon. This is an industry where I'll always have a job, and a job where I can express my creativity and make my own hours. I have transformed my life by coming to NPC.
Whoever typed that meant business.
I chose NPC because it offers good quality education. Ultimately, I want to be a nurse.
9-4, Holbrook leading here at the Round Valley Roundball Shootout championship game between St. John's and Holbrook. Holbrook leads 9-4, but Madison Chappelle just picked up her second personal. She has 5 of the 9 points scored by the Roadrunners, and may think here that she's not going to be available, having picked up her second personal in the first quarter for the rest of this first half. Roadrunners and Redskins have both been playing some pretty intense defense. As they're going to begin with the basketball, the Redskins moving from the right to the left as they're spinning around the top of the key. Johnson trying to get it inside. She gets it right back. Now dropped it off the right block, and there's all sorts of traffic as the jump ball is whistled and the possession goes right back to Holbrook. All of the points scored here by Joanne Wall in the first quarter as she is matched up on the inside with Foot Racer. Spencer skips it to the near side. A three-pointer's janking up it off the front rim. Not good, but there the offensive rebound goes out of bounds and will remain with Holbrook. Tariana Nez there getting the offensive board and couldn't get it back up and in. Now underneath the basket. Already seen one 5-second count, very close to another one, but she's able to force that in to Bain. Bain now drops it off, right block, and it's well defended inside by guess who? There's Wall forcing the turnover. Here come the Redskins looking for their first points in a few minutes, trailing 9-4. Patterson comes over to Johnson, Trishelle Johnson, as she's with the dribble, now spinning around the top of the key. Short corner left, had by Crosby, who tries to dribble out of traffic and double dribbles. Trachel, I've been calling her Trishelle. Trachel Johnson, they're getting coached up on the sideline as her team's trailing 5 with 7 minutes to go in the half. Ball fake on the outside by Bain. Working it around the perimeter to the near side, eventually to a cutting Yazzie, who's going to take that one to the corner with the dribble. Back outside Spencer, accelerates inside the foul line. Back out to a wide open Nez, whose three-pointer's off the back rim. Rebound pulled down by Johnson. Pass it up in the front court to Wall, goes to the right of the lane where there's a look at the basket that isn't going to drop, and there's Wall fighting for a rebound, gets the fall, and she's fouled. Joanne Wall has as she is going to work on both ends of the floor. Remember, Chappelle is on the bench with 2 personals for the Roadrunners.
You got knocked away in. Come on.
Joanne Wall trying to remain perfect at the line. This Mountain Mobile Autoglass first down. Oh, I put the jinx on her, but there hustling for the offensive rebound is Anai Villa-Gomez. And right back outside with Johnson operating with an opportunity to tie it up despite going a very long time without points, as there Patterson gets away from one attacker on the outside and eventually knocks down her first bucket.
You almost traveled.
Having a little bit of a harder time finding some points with Chappelle on the bench. 2 personals. Picking up the dribble on the outside is Nez. Fortunate to get that back out to Spencer. 6 minutes to go here in the half. Spencer still with the dribble, started left, coming back to the right. Looking inside at a posted up Yazzie, and now loses the basketball, but gets it right back to the Roadrunners. Trying to get this one away. Is this again taken away, and this time tied up as 4 players fall on the floor. The possession arrow.
In the post as they're defending her on the post from the backside.
Foot racer off the bench for the Roadrunners. And now another player coming. As Holbrook, employing many more bodies than the Redskins, is now up and down Patterson between the circles, looking for a lead. Go to the corner, and Johnson with the dribble coming to the right side, now reverses field, gets to the foul line where she is contacted and fouled.
It was a great reverse pivot move back to the middle there.
Yeah.
By Johnson.
Trachel Johnson now trying to give her team the lead, and that one rims in. Tied up at 9. Here's 5 straight points scored by the Redskins. A lot of patience being shown by the Holbrook bench as the Redskins go back in front, and no inkling to bring Chappelle back in. Long ball game, 10-9. St. John's with the lead. First time they've been ahead since 4-3. 5 minutes and 18 seconds to play in the half as that one through a lot of extended arms, but still had by Billy. Back outside Spencer. She is with a left hand high off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound is up short, and there's Wall clearing it out for the Redskins. Looking to extend a 1-point lead. 10-9 is, Johnson's going end to end. Puts that one up off the side rim. Not good. Now trying to get the offensive rebound, but it's going to be whistled for pushing. Trachel Johnson whistled for her first, but Holbrook now shooting free throws for the duration of this half. Handoff Nez. To the right angle, Billy up and down. His foot racer thought about coming out to offer a screen. Now he's trying to go back to the mid post, and instead it's back between the circles where it's up and down with Spencer. 10-9, St. John's leading, 4 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the half. With the right hand on the attack, Nez now reverses field as she gets down the left lane line, and again, that nifty pivot and reversal, this time from Holbrook, is going to result in some foul shots.
Very similar move. Same outcome.
Second on Crosby. Your pardon. No, it is good. It is good. Second free throw is also up and in from Abigail Nez. Overhand pass trying to get it to the corner on the far side, eventually gathered in by Lizzie Farmer. Now losing her footing, and a whistle will be blown. I think they're going to get Samantha Billy.
Patterson did a great job there, keeping her dribble.
Both teams in the bonus now, as that will be Billy's first. And to the free throw line goes Crosby, as off the bench comes Liberty Rabin. Very short on the 1-and-1, but there's Rabin with the rebound, loses the basketball out of bounds. (11-10), Holbrook leading. Roadrunners have played the duration of this second quarter without the senior leadership of Madison Chappelle. And able to play it very tight. The 5 straight scored by the Redskins momentarily had them in front. Now coming up with foot racer at the top of the key, working it off in front of the St. John's bench and eventually over to Billy. Picks up the dribble straight away, comes again to the right wing with 3:45 to go, patiently working it along the perimeter. Now with the dribble trying to get inside is Joe. Trying again to penetrate with Joe, but nothing doing. As this possessions now lasted 30 seconds. Going to try to take a contested three that's not good and falling down, no free throws either. Rabin on the inside with the rebound. A long pass is going to be gathered in by Villagomez. Can't score from the left of the hole, but she is bumped and fouled and will shoot 2. Abigail Nez with her first personal. But 2 free throws here from Anaya Villagomez, and it won't fall. That allows Alyssa Yazzie to come in to replace Samantha Billy. Mount Mobile Auto Glass free throw. Almost said first down. Creature of habit as the second free throw is up off the front lip and good. First point there for Villagomez. Ties it up at 11. Championship ball game here as St. John's and Holbrook locked up. Now with Cummings in working as the point. Pushing that back to the left sideline, Nez. Now right of the lane where they're going to go in front of the St. John's bench, eventually into Yazzie's hands near the baseline. Back outside, Cummings try a three-pointer that's short, and the rebound goes out of bounds to the Redskins with less than 3 minutes to go. All this happening with Chappelle on the bench with 2 personals. I think the Roadrunners got to feel like this is a win as they're extending the pressure into the backcourt. Eventually get it over to Rabin, who's going to push this to the right of the lane, elevating for the catch as Wall. She's got the finish. She has now 7 points. Correction. Back in front goes St. John's with 2.5 to play. Up and down outside. Ooh, and Wall probably gets away with going over the back. Can't get the steal as it's back outside. Nez is going to go on the attack. Back outside, both sides getting away with a little bit as Nez probably had some steps. Now pushing it in front of the St. John's bench with the dribble. Joe goes to the baseline before it's reversed back outside Cummings. She's been willing to shoot from the outside. Instead, it's again reversed off to the right side and then push it off to the left. And what's the call? I didn't see it. What'd they go?
She went out of bounds, came back in bounds. Violation.
I believe we heard the bench angling for that earlier.
So, love to watch the Holbrook offense, though. They have so much motion. There's 0 standing around.
Man, they're going to whistle a foul.
Wow. If not, it would have been over in the back.
Yes. Instead, a whistle goes against Thomas. Jacelyn Thomas will send Rabin to the free throw line for the 1-and-1. Leading 13-11, and the front end is up and very, very short. Very short.
Yeah, just a tad.
Back come the Roadrunners, trailing 13-11. Far sideline, Thomas brings it to the right side, foot racer, and now off left of the lane, Nez. Inside and out, gets it right back, and a three-pointer. Actually, that's taken up by Thomas. Can't get the second effort, but the third from foot racer is going to go up and in. Tie it up at 13, 90 seconds to play in the half. The defenses have had it on lockdown as they're trying to extend the trapping pressure. Wall gets it on the baseline, though, back to the right of the lane, nearly losing the handle, but able to get it back out to Villagomez. Now she's on the attack, and they're rewarded for the intensity as a bumping foul is going to be whistled on Thomas. There, the Roadrunners basically gave Villagomez no other alternatives, but able to make something out of the pressure. So Villagomez at the free throw line, now shooting 2, and the front one is no good. Still tied up at 13, and again, no action here in the second quarter for Chappelle, who picked up her second personal in the first quarter. Second free throw also won't drop. So now 1 minute and 15 seconds to go, and the Roadrunners trying to go into the locker room without Chappelle available in the second quarter and potentially leading. Corner far side. Thomas dribbles it off to the right side, give it away. And traveling before she put the ball down, Yazzie had some steps. Brooks Smith going to check back in as Liberty Rabin will step out. Less than a minute to go and tied up at 13. Brooke Patterson back out for the first time in a while. She crosses over. She gets in front of the first wave of defenders, and now outside again with Villa Gomez trying to find Wall. Now looking at a cutting Villa Gomez on the give and go. Couldn't get the finish, but a foul is whistled against which side? They're coming back. It's whistled against one of the Redskins. It looks as if it will be the second on Brooke Smith. And the 1-and-1 will be hoisted by Mika Joe. First is up and off the front rim. Rebound pursued by Patterson. Less than 40 seconds to go. She's hurrying up the center of the floor. Eventually picked up by foot racer. Floor back to the right side where she slams on the brakes. Kick it back outside Farmer. Drop it off for Patterson outside the three-point line. This time angling to the left. Gets it inside and puts it off the glass to score. Patterson's second bucket here in the second quarter gives the Redskins a 2-point lead. Is going to the far sideline, foot racer, ball fake, back straight away. Yazzie push it off to the left, eventually again straight away, and Thomas 7 seconds as foot racer. Doesn't seem as if any of the Roadrunners noticed. 3 seconds. Now going to put it up from 30. It's no good. And there the buzzer sounds, and the Redskins here in the championship ball game going to go into the locker room leading 15-13. Got 20 more minutes to go before they could take home the hardware. It's the Round Valley Roundball Shootout, girls championship game with St. John's leading 15-13. Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
I chose Northland Pioneer College because their prices were affordable. I've learned everything about the hair, skin, and nails. I've gained confidence in what I'm doing, so I'll be successful when I get out in the salon. This is an industry where I'll always have a job, and a job where I can express my creativity and make my own hours. I have transformed my life by coming to NPC.
I chose NPC because it offers good quality education. Ultimately, I want to be a nurse anesthetist. This is the start to that path. And instructors want you to succeed, which is really helpful. I've learned a lot so far in just one semester. It's kind of crazy how much I've learned. Northland Pioneer College is transforming my life by helping me achieve my goals in my career.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right, not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Sholo and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear, plus all kinds of bait including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers, and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino.
I got this. Don't take time out of your busy day. Let Mountain Mobile Auto Glass come to you. All our technicians are certified by the National Auto Glass Safety Council. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass will give you $50 cash, free movie passes, and free dinner.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
I chose Northland Pioneer College because their prices were affordable. I've learned everything about the hair, skin, and nails. I've gained confidence in what I'm doing, so I'll be successful when I get out in the salon. This is an industry where I'll always have a job, and a job where I can express my creativity and make my own hours. I have transformed my life by coming to NPC. I chose Northland Pioneer College because their prices were affordable. I've learned everything about the hair, skin, and nails. I've gained confidence in what I'm doing, so I'll be successful when I get out in the salon. This is an industry where I'll always have a job, and a job where I can express my creativity and make my own hours. I have transformed my life by coming to NPC.
I chose NPC because it offers good quality education. Ultimately, I want to be a nurse anesthetist. This is the start to that path. The instructors want you to succeed, which is really helpful. I learned a lot so far in just one semester. It's incredibly great how much I've learned. Northland Pioneer College is transforming my life by helping me achieve my goals in my career.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so we can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear. Plus all kinds of bait including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino.
I got this. Don't take time out of your busy day. Let Mountain Mobile Auto Glass come to you. All our technicians are certified by the National Auto Glass Safety Council. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass will give you $50 cash, free movie passes, and free dinner.
536-5972 Mountain Mobile Auto Glass.
All right, back here for the second half of the girls' championship game at the Round Valley Roundball Shootout. Holbrook's going to begin with possession, moving from the right to the left, and have Chappelle back out there, the leading scorer. They're trying to get her immediately involved after she missed most of the first half with foul trouble. But there's a turnover to begin things, and the Redskins get the stop. And now watch as the Roadrunners really try to pick up the defensive intensity along the perimeter. Still controlled by Patterson as they drop it off to the left block. And a nice look there for Villa Gomez. And she gathers it in. She's bumped and fouled as this whistle goes against Nez. Now that's her third. So 2 starters in foul trouble, with Chappelle having missed this entire second quarter, having picked up her first 2. And now Terriana Nez with 3 and nobody moving to the scorer's table. So they're just going to roll the dice there as the first free throw is good and the second was off the front rim and in. All 3 of Villa Gomez's points coming at the foul line, and here's St. John's with its largest lead at 17-13 here in the third quarter, and again trying to immediately go to Chappelle. This time the entry pass is kicked away. Chappelle baseline left to inbound, trailing 17-13. Ball's inbounded, Yazzie. Back outside Spencer. Starts moving to her left, and again trying to force an entry pass to Chappelle, and this time it's taken away by Patterson. Bounce it inside where they're trying to go right back to Johnson, who can't get that finish. Wall trying to get the offensive rebound, and as it was gathered in by Crosby, going to say that one of the Roadrunners stepped in and tied him up. Inbound back straight away to Patterson. And eventually works its way into Johnson's hands. Now she's trying to turn the corner, going up against Chappelle, but she could hear the slap being applied by Spencer. And Holbrook really trying to pick up all this energy on the perimeter. And Spencer picks up foul number 2. She's going to come out. But it almost seems as if it's increasing an unnecessary sense of urgency. Just 17-13. And forcing the issue on both the offensive and defensive ends resulted in 2 turnovers. And now a tough screen and roll trying to get it to Wall, but can't do it through all the traffic. It's stolen away. Here's Chappelle. She's going to get it away from one of the diving Redskins, and as she stops inside, it's going to be contacted and fouled. Trishelle Johnson picks up her second. And this is 3 straight trips offensively for Holbrook where the obvious effort is to get Madison Chappelle involved. There she misses the front end. Johnson going to come out having picked up number 2. Lizzie Farmer takes her place. Another free throw coming up here for Chappelle. Lefty has that one off the front rim. It's not good. And there's Patterson out fighting one of the Roadrunners for a rebound. She's already in front court as she goes to the left of the lane. And Villa Gomez this time with the finish and one.
Number 10, Joycelyn Thomas thought she went straight up on that one, but officials thought otherwise.
Well, she might have been straight up, but you can't run underneath her.
Yep.
As there's number 3 on her, so she's got to step out. So the Roadrunners right now with Thomas having 3, Spencer 2, Nez 3, Chappelle 2, and here's Villa Gomez at the free throw line to try to give her team a 7-point lead, which she does. She has 6, Joanne Wall has 8. Everybody else has but 6, but it's right now the difference. 20-13, the Redskins lead. Is this one now to the left of the lane and controlled by Joe. Right back to the right side. Trying to make a hard cut, can't get it to the basketball, so it's back outside Chappelle. She puts it on the deck and then turns the corner, nobody helping out inside. Her first point since the first quarter is now there's some confusion here for the Roadrunners that allows Villa Gomez to get inside. She fires a pass, or a shot, I should say, off of the glass, and no good, but tying up one of the Roadrunners and diving on that loose ball is Farmer. Table goes Trishelle Johnson. Spencer also out there for Holbrook. This is 20-15. Last hoop was had by Chappelle. She comes off the baseline, gets this one going right at Wallace. She is going to get contacted on the approach. Late on the rotation there is Patterson. That whistle on Patterson is her first. And Chappelle has the first free throw up and good. So now with the Roadrunners on 16, Chappelle responsible for 8 of them, with a potential 9th coming. And remember, she didn't play at all in the second quarter. Make it 9. 3-point game here for the Roadrunners. The last 4 points having been scored by Chappelle. And now Holbrook in the backcourt, but wait a minute. A timeout taken by the Redskins. 20-17, St. John's leads with 5:41 to go in the third quarter. It's Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
20-17, St. John's leading. We call a timeout after the Roadrunners extended the defensive pressure about 3/4 court. They're still back out there. Chappelle now outside hawking the basketball with Patterson. Has to hesitate to get to the far sideline, but he gets it into the front court. Still leading 3. 5.5 to go in the third. Patterson matched up with Chappelle. Can't get by her with the dribble, so it's exchanged now and had by Crosby on the outside. Trying to force a telegraphed entry pass. He was looking for Wall. And then eventually Wall reaches in to prevent the fast break going into the other direction. It's the second on Joanne Wall. So 3 team fouls on either side. Both were in the penalty pretty early in the first half. As here's Chappelle well outside the 3-point line, trying to get it to a cutting, who was that, Joe? It's instead intercepted and now slamming on the brakes and trying to set it up in the half court. But Patterson now calling her own number and nearly has that one rattle in. There's Chappelle going up and getting the rebound. Handed off now Spencer. She's coming up the near sideline, trailing 3, less than 5 minutes to go. All the way to the 3-point line she goes, but now puts it up short. Now having a hard time on the exchange. It's, diving in late just to get in on the action is Crosby.
Held for a good 3-4 seconds.
Possession arrow favors the Redskins, and now get this one with Wallace. She's going to drop it off for Crosby all the way underneath, high off the glass to score.
I know Coach Perkins is not going to like that. No.
Spencer up and down between the rings. And now gets it to Chappelle, matched up on the outside with Wall. Put it over to Foot Racer, who turns and shoots it up from 15 out to score. No hesitation. Patterson already at the three-point line as the pace starting to really pick up here, especially with Holbrook providing full court pressure. Crosby hands it off to Patterson, still straight away. Players running along the baseline for the Redskins and eventually trying to force that off to Johnson, but it's instead stolen away. Taken away on the sideline by Yazzie. Here come the Roadrunners with Chappelle, angle right. 3:50 to go, 22-19. And again with that mid-range jump shot, this time it rims out, but there's Chappelle with an offensive rebound, all surrounded by Redskins. Nothing will get a coach hot faster than that.
Did you play or not? No? Rachel, we got a trade.
Be the second personal on Patterson. But again, Chappelle able to gather that offensive rebound while she had Redskins on her back and both sides. There's the free throw that falls. Now in double figures with 10 points. And this one trying to make it a one-point game. It's off the front lip and not good. So 22-20, St. John's leading as they go into the center of the floor where it's controlled by Johnson. Now in front to Wall, who's going to fire that one off. And that's actually not Wall, that's Lizzie Farmer. Trying to hurry then back and answer other Roadrunners, trailing now 24-20. As they're picking up the dribble on the left wing. Fortunate to get that out to Spencer. She has one bounce, trying to get that back out, and a timeout taken by Holbrook. As there, St. John's really picked up the half-court pressure and kind of caught Holbrook a little bit unawares, leading 24-20 with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third quarter. It's Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
I chose Northland Pioneer College because their prices were affordable. I've learned everything about the hair, skin, and nails. I've gained confidence in what I'm doing, so I'll be successful when I get out in the salon. This is an industry where I'll always have a job, and a job where I can express my creativity and make my own hours. I have transformed my life by coming to NPC.
Holbrook using a timeout to try to settle things in the half court. Inbounded by Chappelle as it's off now near the center circle, and Spencer. Back over to Chappelle, ball fake, attacking down the left lane line and off the glass to score.
That's why they won her in the game.
Game, 3 minutes and 3 seconds left in the third quarter. Brooke Patterson's going to initiate the offense for the Redskins. Going away from Crosby, now gives it to her straight away. Taking a look on the inside. It's eventually going to be rushed by Spencer and have been turning the corner, getting to the baseline. Put that one up on the run. It's not good. Rebounded by Spencer. It's got a 3-on-2 opportunity to go to Chappelle. She's going to get by the initial wave of defenders. Couldn't get that finish, and now it's handed off and eventually taken away by Patterson. Right back over to Trishelle Johnson.
It's a big miss. That would have tied things up.
2:20 to go. As all but 2 of the points scored here in the second half for the Roadrunners have been from Chappelle. Wall, who's got a lion's share for the Redskins, puts that up from 15 away. It's not good, and elevating for the rebound is Chappelle. Along the far sideline she goes, finds Spencer, and now a pass nearly out of bounds, but saved before going out. Roadrunners going side to side now with Spencer retreating and is going to set it up with 2 minutes to go, looking to tie it up. Chappelle, who in the second half has 7. Instead goes to the left elbow off the front rim. Foot racer is not able to get that in, as now it's nearly taken away by one of the Roadrunners. Fighting for that one underneath the basket was Yazzie. Now Patterson slams on the brakes, goes to the far corner where a long 2 is put up. No good there out of Johnson's hands, and now stopping play after the miss. A foul whistled against Lizzie Farmer, just her first, but there's the 4th team foul. With 1 minute and 39 seconds to go here. Crosby comes off the playing surface. Likewise, Spencer. Nope, that's a foot racer. Coming in place for her is Yazzie. Spencer is in the back court with Chappelle. She's trotting up and picked up by Wall. Outside the right wing. And now reverse it to Spencer on the left. 24-22, St. John's leading. Now trying to get the offense going toward the hole, but instead Joe goes on the outside where it's had by Yazzie, and she whips it out of bounds. Seems like both sides are doing a great job just changing the defensive intensity and catching the offenses a little flat-footed each time. As there wasn't anything necessarily being thrown at Holbrook by St. John's that time, but all of a sudden sagging back and they didn't know what to do. Minute and 5 seconds to go. Was walking it up from the left to the right and then cutting it back to the left and eventually handed off to Rabin. Rabin a couple of ball fakes. Now she is going to turn the corner trying to get to the right side, but cut off by Chappelle. Back outside the angle right. Had an opportunity to try to feed Farmer. Instead, she's going to control the dribble back outside. And now trying again to force an entry pass, but it's easily intercepted by Chappelle. Into the front court come the Roadrunners, looking for the lead with that three. It's not good. The rebound momentarily controlled by the Redskins, but tied up by Yazzie. Tylecia Yazzie is going to get the possession right back to the Redskins. As off the bench comes Desiree Bain. She'll give Chappelle her first break. Going to the bench now with 34 seconds left. 7 points here in the third quarter, but still the Roadrunners trail. Thought about a long three from Bain. Instead, it's out to the center circle and Spencer. Yazzie on the outside, all alone inside, and putting it up too short. She got it off just a little bit late. That pass was deflected, and a whistle's going to be blown against the frustrated Mika Joe. 24-22. St. John's has led throughout the second half and now trying to hold on for the last shot. My goodness heavens. Aggressive defense on the perimeter as the whistle this time will go against Yazzie. There's the 5th team foul called against Holbrook. So it's starting to look like both sides are going to be shooting a lot of free throws. As they're going over the top of the defense, trying to get it to Wall, has a hard time on the initial catch, and a whistle stops play as this looks like it's going to go against Joe. It will. And quickly to the scorer's table comes Brooke Patterson. She'll replace Lizzie Farmer. As the ball going back toward the top of the key. Patterson is able to get the catch through the contact and knock down a three-pointer. Wow. 27-22 going into the final period of play with St. John's leading Holbrook. It's Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
All right, well, we've seen the key to the game here for the Holbrook Roadrunners, Madison Chappelle, who didn't play at all in the second quarter. Right now, on the other side of it, a little bit more spread out here for the Redskins.
St. John's going to have to do to maintain this lead and stave back the Roadrunners.
You know what? I would make Chappelle shoot jumpers. They're defending her really close as Patterson has 5 straight. Had a 3-pointer to close out the third, and now it's again a 7-point edge for the Redskins. Spencer's already at the 3-point line, goes to the corner near side. Check out Joe.
Chappelle not even in.
No. Well, she played 7.5 straight, and probably just trying to buy her a little bit more time. As here's Spencer, turns the corner at the left. Back up top, it's controlled by Bain. 3-pointers on the way, it's short, and crashing the glasses via Gomez. Runs into traffic, but goes right back along the baseline to Patterson. Now up front, where it's going to be off to Wall's hands. Quick catch and shoot. She's able to get that in a 9-point lead here for the Redskins. First bucket of the second half for Wall, and it makes it a 9-point game. Trying to get the answer as that 3-pointer rims out, and chasing that one down, but it's out of bounds to Holbrook. And here's Chappelle, and I would imagine that she's going to be out there for the rest of it. Terriana Nez also coming back out, as Billy will check out, as well as Joe. Mika Joe frustrated. Ball's inbounded to Chappelle, and again, not giving much space. Everybody forgot about Spencer. Her 3-pointer's off the back rim, but a long rebound chased down by Bain. Right back out to Chappelle, attacking to the left, gets into traffic and bumped and fouled. And that's number 6, so both sides are going to be shooting free throws for the rest. Third personal on Trishelle Johnson. As a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass generously being awarded. I don't know, am I being unfair? I thought that was well before the shot. Oh, well, what do I know? As the second free throw won't drop, and now it's pursued and had by Patterson. 31-23, they come back to the trailing Farmer, having a hard time with the handle as Chappelle dives toward that one. Now it's loose as it's tipped around and eventually stolen away and taken away by Nez. Here come the Roadrunners down 8, 6.5 to play. Trying to get a championship banner hoisted as there's a 3-ball on the way in front of the Roadrunner bench, and it's up and good from Bain. Redskins. As Johnson hands that off to Patterson, all sorts of contact there. And again, there the pass is attempted from the foul line. It's eventually stolen away. Chappelle goes off to the left wing, and a 3-pointer again put up from Bain. This time it's rebounded by Johnson. Trying to set up the trap, but she dribbles through it, gets into the interior. Back now with both feet on the 3-point line. Villa Gomez can't get that one down, and it's rebounded on the baseline by the Roadrunners. 5:40 to go, 31-26 with the basketball. The Roadrunners are trailing. Lots and lots of time, though. As here, Chappelle comes off the baseline, gets the catch, now attacks again to the left. Outside to Spencer, ball fake, and then straight away. Push it off to the right angle. Spinning into traffic is Nez. As she goes high off the glass, it's not good. Nair with the rebound. A whistle is blown as Farmer gathers it in, and she will shoot the 1-and-1. Well, they called that on red 12, but they're walking. Yeah.
White 12.
There's not a red 12 out there anyway, so it'll be Nez's second personal. Lizzie Farmer to shoot the 1-and-1. And she's got the front end up and good. First point for the Redskins in a few. As the second one is being sized up on the approach, and also good. 33-26, back out to a 7-point lead for St. John's. Holbrook already in the front court. As Chappelle's got it. Dribbles it out between the rings. Now out of the painted area comes Nez. Hanging it off on the perimeter as Bain's going to try another 3-pointer without hesitation. She's got it up and good. Taking it over the time stripe comes Patterson. Picked up now by Chappelle, nearly out of bounds, and now a timeout taken by the St. John's bench. Leading 33-29 with 4:39 to go. It's Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Shola and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
4:39 to go. I believe both sides have 2 timeouts remaining. St. John's already having attempted the 1-and-1 successfully, but both sides are in the bonus. Madison Chappelle didn't play at all for the Roadrunners in the second quarter. St. John's started to get a little bit of separation, has now led throughout the second half, but the lead has been trimmed to 2 at one point in the third quarter. Could never get it tied or with the lead. Now as Patterson's going behind the back to avoid Chappelle. Back outside Wall as she's retreating. High dribble, and now a 5-second count getting close, which is able to turn it up floor and eventually come back over to Patterson. Holbrook extending the pressure well outside the 3-point line. And now
5-second call. Wow, that was quick. You look a little surprised too.
I didn't think she was being defended.
Yeah, not closely guarded.
No. But, what?
We don't have stripes on, Derek.
Oh, no. No. Now trying to take advantage after forcing the turnover. Chappelle at the block is able to score that one after initiating the contact.
When we see this replay here, it's going to be interesting to see that extra little bump that could have gone either way.
And the 3-point play is not had. Off the front rim, no good. So it's still a 2-point game. The Redskins are leading. Wall with the dribble on the outside.
Nice defense.
Yeah, it's taken away momentarily. Now diving on that one, but the possession arrow is going to give it right back to the Roadrunners. Here comes Holbrook with an opportunity to tie or take the lead. All the scoring in the fourth quarter is from Desiree Baines, 3-pointers, and Chappelle. She's got the basketball right now. Baines set up on the right wing. She gets the catch nearly out of bounds, which she's able to gather. Trying to set it up with the handoff as there's a couple of players going down, but no whistles. Baines now going to get some space and try a 3-pointer. It's off the bottom of the backboard. Rebounded by Wall, now trying to angle to the right side. Redskins have numbers, but a forced pass in transition is eventually going to have that one thrown back in play, and eventually Spencer colliding with Farmer. And that will go back to the free throw line as Spencer picks up her third. Farmer just successfully converted both ends of the 1-and-1. As Mika Joe going to come back out and replace Bain.
Holbrook's definitely used more players in this game, but it doesn't seem to be affected St. John's much.
Oh, and that one rims out. Joe with the rebound, 33-31. And now a 3-pointer from Joe is going to also whip out. Rebound pulled down by Patterson as she has not been stopped. She's already at the baseline, going to put that one up from 3 out to score it.
Seems like that's what you'd like, Coach Perkins would like to see the Roadrunners do, is to pound it down inside, especially only down by 2, and go for the and one.
Well, the guy Chappelle set up on the right block, but she's going to come out of the paint Ball fake, attacking to the left. Into traffic, she puts that up short. Rebound, has that one up, again surrounded by 3 of the Redskins, and you could hear the bench frustrated that she came down with her own miss. 35-33, St. John's with the lead in the ball. Patterson and Chappelle matched up on the outside.
What a block. 21. Wall.
That was a bad call. She was standing still. Nobody communicated to Chappelle that there was a screen coming. That's why she had fallen down. But Wall was standing still. Third personal on Wall. Gives the possession back to Holbrook as this one's on the outside. Here's Chappelle, hand it off. I've already seen one coach get the old heave-ho.
That's 6 feet.
Here's Chappelle trying to find some space, but Spencer instead going to go over to Joe's going to try a three-pointer that's over the backboard. Now it's knocked out of bounds by one of the Redskins. 2 minutes to go. 35-33, St. John's leading. A 9-point lead, though, has been trimmed to 2. Off the bench comes Samantha Billy. She'll replace Abigail Nez. And now Bain couldn't get to the scorer's table in time. Trying to force this one inside to Joe. She has a hard time with the catch, but eventually uses the dribble. Coming from the right, hands it off to Spencer on the left. Billy on the outside. Ball fake left, attacking baseline right. Getting toward the basket and then falls down. Foul is whistled on Farmer. And going to the free throw line with an opportunity to tie is Billy. She's shooting 2. First one's off the front rim. Again, we're sitting right next to the Redskin bench, and they're getting really frustrated, but really Holbrook kind of forcing the issue and putting the onus on the officials. As I think one of the Redskins was in the painted area too soon. So Billy, who missed that free throw, is going to get a third opportunity. Got Wall and Patterson trying to box out as that one's again short, this time pursued by Patterson. Has the ball poked away by Chappelle, and it's out of bounds to St. John's. Minute and 56 seconds, and the timeout's taken by Holbrook, trailing 35-33. It's Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear. Plus all kinds of bait, including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers, and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino.
Minute 36 seconds left. Both teams are in the penalty, but Holbrook is in the double bonus. Trailing 35-33. Points have been coming at a premium here. As Patterson's able to cut it from the right to the left. Now pass it out. Crosby trying to force it down to the baseline, but it's easily intercepted. And now it's off and had by Chappelle, who's able to score that one to tie it up after forcing the turnover. And it's all knotted up at 35. Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
second time.
35-35. As right now the difference in the ball game seems to be the second quarter that was played without Madison Chappelle. We'll go ahead and just announce that, win or lose, she's going to be the Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports Player of the game. The impact that she has made, and right now having picked up that second personal in the first quarter, seems to be the biggest reason why the Roadrunners aren't leading. St. John's, we talked about how they have not had nearly the number of players available and maybe getting a little bit worn down right now, but trying to last out the last 65 seconds, tied up at 35, having lost all of a 9-point lead here in the fourth quarter. Drop it off now at the foul line, trying to go back outside to Crosby, who's nearly lost it out of bounds, but it's going to stick it here with the Redskins after Spencer knocked it away from behind. Wall coming to the sideline. Set to inbound now with 57 seconds left. Looking initially at Farmer, trying to force this one back to Crosby, throws it into no man's land, but it's gathered in by Johnson, who then loses the basketball, taken away by Chappelle. Tied up at 35. Get it inside, or outside, I should say, to Spencer, off to the far sideline in Bain. She's knocked down 2 3-pointers. That's now back straight away, and Nez, 39 seconds left. As they're off to the left angle, and Bain trying to drop it off, looking for Chappelle, but she is bumped and fouled and will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
While glass man, and glass man of this game is going to be Joanne Wall of the St. John's Redskins, number 21.
So, double bonus now for Chappelle, and I got to say that is nowhere near the contact being allowed defensively for the Redskins as the Holbrook Roadrunners are getting. As Johnson just fouled out, and they're the lead back into Holbrook's hands after that first free throw is made. Second one is up and off the front lip and good.
Foul. Basket's good and a foul.
So after the make, a foul is whistled on Nez. That's her fourth, and going to the other end to shoot the 1-and-1 will be Patterson.
White 23.
Ball's in the air when the contact occurred. What's that? Ball's in the air. The shot had already occurred.
I would assume the ball would have had to have been in the air, or it would have been a lane violation. Contact before that.
Brooke Patterson to shoot the 1-and-1. And it's up very short, but there's Wall nearly with the offensive rebound. Ball's rolling free. It's deflected and eventually taken by Spencer. Here comes Chappelle trying to accelerate. As there's right now this Spencer. Got the St. John's bench screaming for a foul, but nobody's recognizing it. Now trying to get the steal, but instead whistled for the foul is Crosby.
So much for the code call on the foul. Just calling an outright foul. Yeah, they weren't saying fire or,
37-35. Holbrook leading with 14 seconds left. Going to go to the line to shoot the double bonus. After this, it's Roundball Shootout and Shoulder Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 1067.com.
I chose Northland Pioneer College because their prices were affordable. I've learned everything about the hair, skin, and nails. I've gained confidence in what I'm doing, so I'll be successful when I get out in the salon. This is an industry where I'll always have a job, and a job where I can express my creativity and make my own hours. I have transformed my life by coming to NPC.
All right, Taylon Spencer, who has yet to score, is going to go to the foul line to shoot 2. Oh, but Spencer is said to be injured And going to shoot in her place is Foot Racer.
Wonder what her percentage is here.
Well, the first free throw is good.
Timeout. Timeout. Timeout.
She knocks them both down.
Yeah, she
How about
does.
that?
39-35, Holbrook leading with 14 seconds to go. It's Show Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain sports.
All right, St. John's, who had a 9-point lead early in their fourth quarter, now needs 2 possessions with just 14 seconds to go.
Full court pressure by the Roadrunners.
Ball is inbounded to Patterson, trying to run up the near sideline. There's 10 seconds. She gets to the three-point line, loses the ball on her foot. Back outside where Crosby's going to try a three-pointer. It's not good. Rebound pulled down by Farmer. She goes right back up, no good. Rebound pursued by Wall, and there the buzzer sounds. Holbrook, with a little bit of help, wins 39-35 and is going to be champions of the Round Valley Roundball Shootout here on the girls' side in 2019. And we'll have the boys' championship for you right after this. It's high school basketball presented by Show Ford on iTalk1067.com.
I chose Northland Pioneer College because their prices are affordable. I've learned everything about the hair, skin, and nails. I've gained confidence in what I'm doing, so I'll be successful when I get out in the salon. This is an industry where I'll always have a job, and a job where I can express my creativity and make my own hours. I have transformed my life by coming to NPC.
This has been Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 1067 KNKI Pine Top and iTalk1067.com. Brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Summit Regional Medical Center, Octopus Car Wash, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, and Little Bluebird Studios. This broadcast has been a copyrighted production of iTalk 1067 and Country Mountain Airwaves, a Kopaniki communications station. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of this broadcast without the expressed written consent of iTalk 1067 or Country Mountain Airwaves is strictly prohibited. For more information on this game and other games around the region, go to iTalk1067.com.